Hey folks, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming back. And thank you for being good Americans. There's a few things that, actually way more than a few. Actually, my mind is kind of scrambled. I had about 48 things in my mind when I clicked the record button, and all of a sudden, they're spinning around in circles inside my brain. First and foremost, the way that this withdrawal in Afghanistan is happening, I can't see how it could have been done more incompetent. Giving up the Air Force Base and telling everybody to go to the public airport. About as maybe a 7-year-old would say that's a good idea. I have no idea, because it just makes no sense at all. Makes no sense at all. The Air Force Base had long enough and heavy-duty enough runways to handle all the C-17s to get everyone out and get all the equipment out. That leads to the equipment. 600,000 weapons, plus Humvees, tanks, helicopters, jets, all the stuff that they said, oh, well, that was meant for the Afghan military, that they knew all along. Look up the videos. The people that they had recruited into the Afghan military were just there for a paycheck. They were sitting around smoking hash most of the time. Look up the videos. You can find them all over the place on the web. Especially if you don't go to Google, because Google will hide this shit. It's ridiculous. The whole thing, the whole 20-year war has been a scam. We should have gotten out in 2003 and said, we came, we did what we needed to do, we're done, bye-bye. Because even if we just look at history, the English were there twice. In the 1800s and in the 1900s, they couldn't get anything done. The Russians were there before we were there. The French have been in there. I forget. I looked it up. Look up how many countries have been in Afghanistan trying to put some kind of democracy into that country. Everything has been a failure for hundreds of years. What made America think that we've got the magic bullet and we're going to put democracy in there? Hell, just yesterday or day before, Taliban leaders say there is no way democracy is going to sit in Afghanistan. It's going under Sharia law. 20 years of money and lives, most importantly, lives, from all of the partner countries that went in there to try to prove a point that we could try to turn this region into a democracy. It was never going to happen. For 1,000 years or better, this place has been a region of a tribe over here, a tribe over here, a tribe over here, a tribe over there. It wasn't about a country. It was about allegiance to a tribe. Your people, your local people, the few hundred or few thousand people that you were around. That's all it was. That's all they needed. There's nothing bad about that. Of course, according to the governments of the world that say, yeah, we run countries and we have everyone under our thumb, which is a bunch of bullshit in my estimation. There's nothing wrong with that region being, hey, I like my group of people, and I'm going to stick by them. This whole country thing that y'all talk about, we don't care. We've got our chunk of land that we can grow food, and we can raise, cows and goats and sheep and whatever we want to raise, and produce some vegetables and all the rest of that. We're good. So piss off. Trying to change that mentality that has been around for 1,000, 2,000, maybe 10,000 years. God only knows. But it's failed every time. Yet America spent 20 years of lives and dollars trying to change that. And where did it end up? With Joe Biden foobarring everything on the exit. Now we're probably going to lose thousands of American lives because America apparently voted for Joe Biden to be president. If the vote is actually accurate, they just voted against Orange Man bad. A bunch of bozos that just didn't even follow policy. They just said, oh, he makes bad tweets, I hate him. Replace him no matter what. I guarantee if Trump was in office, this wouldn't be happening right now. He would have put his foot down and started frickin' eliminating the Taliban left and right. But Biden's too weak. He's always been weak. He puffs out his chest when he's on the floor of the Senate. And then he's a wimp. He talks about trying to take somebody to the floor. I bet he's never been in a fist fight. Ever in his life. If so, prove it. Show me a witness. I think he's an absolute wimp. He was born fairly privileged to parents that owned an airport, and he went on to have a short stint in a law firm and then got into government. He's never had to really do anything. He's never had to understand economy. He's never had to understand how the world really works. He just understands how things work when the lobbyists come and offer him something. That's all he needs to understand. That's all he's known his entire life. Just like most of the bullshit politicians in Washington, D.C., Democrat and Republican. There might be a dozen Republicans that I say, okay, you're worthwhile. All the rest of the Republicans and all the Democrats, get rid of them. Get rid of all the bureaucracy in Washington and let's start over. Anyhow, that's my thing right now. It's getting late. We'll see where it goes. In the meantime, please, go do good and be well. And we'll catch you next time around.